loves, it's High Priestess, and I am back with a general reading for the collective. This is open to anyone and everyone. If it happens to resonate with you, please let me know by commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. And if it happens that this reading doesn't resonate with you, you are more than welcome to book a private personal reading with me. The information is down below in the description box. Okay, so let's get into what Spirit wants you to know for this week. What messages do they have for you? Okay. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, archangels, Saint Michael, please protect this reading. I provide the energies. I open myself to channel messages from above. Thank you, Spirit. Oh. Okay, so what messages does Spirit has for you for this week? Does Spirit have for you for this week? All right, let's see. Okay, so, ooh, this is really nice. In the bottom of the deck, overall energy is the Ten of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is there is a lot of reevaluating, reassessing that you're doing in your life right now. You're taking a moment and you're just kind of like stepping back and you're looking at things objectively and you're asking yourself, what exactly do I need to do to kind of just get the ball rolling? Because with the Four of Wands in reverse, this is about delays, it's about setbacks, it's, there is disharmony in your life right now and you feel like there's a bit of an imbalance. But lucky enough, with the Nine of Swords in reverse, you're getting out of this energy, you're getting out of this fear, of this worry and this doubt here. And you're actually deciding with the Five of Wands, this is about withdrawing, right? This is about kind of throwing the towel in and just saying, okay, whatever it is that I was fighting for, it's really just not worth it at the end of the day, because it's just, all it's doing is just causing me stress and anxiety. And it's actually, okay, so as I was saying, there is just something that you are withdrawing from. You're pulling back your energy because you realize that it's just not worth it. It's actually putting a lot of delays, a lot of setbacks in your life, and it's just causing you a lot of stress and anxiety. And you've come to this point in your life, you've come to this realization because you kind of just took a moment to just look at everything objectively and just see how it's been affecting you. So I'm curious as to like, what is this, like what's going on? Because I mean, that's great that you're like, you know what, I'm throwing the towel in, I'm stepping back and I'm stepping like away from this, because yeah, it's done nothing but like cause a lot of stressful situations for you here. And I really want to know what exactly this is, what this is, or who this is. Okay. Okay, so this definitely has to do with some sort of connection in your past. a love interest, or shall I say an ex-love interest here. But with the Five of Swords, this is someone that you just felt like you couldn't entirely trust. This is someone that played a lot of mind games. They were very, very deceptive with you. This is someone that is selfish, they're manipulative, and they're really only out for their own interest, for their own personal gain. And, you know, this is something that you didn't want to see at face value in the beginning, but now that you took some time apart to really just, seek clarity on this person and on this situation. Now you're seeing this person for who they really are. Yeah, and this is the thing, like, the reason why there have been delays and blockages in your life, right? Because, I'm sure, you have moments where you're like, well, how come I'm not getting that promotion? How come I'm not climbing up in my career? How come I'm not getting that apartment? Like, something's telling me with the Seven of Pentacles, it's a very like, well, how come this isn't working out for me? How come that hasn't happen yet, and so on and so forth. And that's because you gave way too much of your time, your energy, your love, your resources into the wrong thing, into the wrong person. And all this person did was just take from you. While you were so busy giving to them, all they were doing was taking, and it was depleting you, it was draining you, and it was just causing these unnecessary blockages in your life. Now, with with the Eight of Wands here, something came in really fast. Maybe you had a conversation with this person. Maybe, it could be that you were going back and forth with the communication, and there was just something about this person that stuck out like a sore thumb to you, and it just made you realize, yeah, you know what, I can't do this anymore. This is a connection that I'm not going to fight for, because at the end of the day, what am I really getting out of this? Nothing. As a matter of fact, it seems like your person was getting more out of the connection than you ever were to begin with, because all they were doing was just taking from you. And it's not just like, like the physical, but it was also the mental and the emotional, right? This person was also taking a lot from you energetically. And that's why you were like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. And now we have the Lovers here clarifying the Five of Wands in reverse. This is about, the Lovers, it's about making a decision, right? It could be making a decision based on love. It could also be having to choose a person, like having to choose between two people here. But I'm not picking up that energy at all. I'm picking up that you had to either choose to continue with this connection that was just leading nowhere, or choose yourself. And ultimately, what you're doing is you're choosing yourself. Okay, and in the bottom of the deck here, we have the King of Cups. So you're coming out as someone that has so much love to offer. You have so much love to give, and you have been in situations, and I'm sorry to say this, but you have put yourself in situations where, people just took advantage of you, and they took you and your love for granted. So now you're in this energy, you're aware of this, right? And now you're in this energy where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna have to just do right by me once and for all, and choose myself, and choose to love myself, okay? Because the King of Cups is a person that has a lot of love, and they love love, and this is someone that lets their heart lead them as opposed to their mind, like the King of Swords. So you're deciding, yeah, you know what, it's time that I fill my own cup. It's time that, the love that I have given to, the people around me endlessly, it's time for me to just take all of that and finally give it to myself. And that's exactly what you're doing here. And this is really beautiful energy to be in, because like you want to do that. And let me tell you something. Once you really start to just pour all of that love into you, not only are you going to feel great, and not only are you going to, you know, continue to attract other people, right? Other like-minded people like you, but you're also going to attract a love interest, right? Someone that's actually going to be worth your time and your energy, and someone that's actually going to win a spot in your heart here. So now is really the best time for you to just focus on yourself, and that's exactly what you're doing. And something tells me that you're just really, really tired, because I don't know who this person you were dealing with in your past, but they're just, they weren't good to you. They didn't see you for who you truly, you know, for who you truly were, who you truly are. This is someone that was completely, you know, operating from their ego. And, you know, instead of it being reciprocal, it was just, there was just an imbalance. And they, at the end of the day, they were just looking out for themselves, really, like truly. And you knew this, like intuitively, you knew this. And you're like, yeah, you know, it's time to just step away from this madness, because this is just it's a losing battle. You know, this is like, it's just one of those situations where you weren't, there was nothing for you to gain from this. You know, when it came to this person, if anything, what you got out of this connection, what you got out of this past love interest was that self-love is so important. Self-worth. And really just loving yourself and taking great care of yourself, that's what's really important. And when you do implement that in your life, and when you do practice that, that's when the real love is going to come in. That's when someone that is actually going to match you vibrationally, that's when they're going to come in. So this is what Spirit wants you to know, that keep doing what it is that you're doing. Okay? Because it was about time, and this is something that they wanted you to do for a long time, because, you know, you were just depleting yourself, giving your energy into the wrong people, into the wrong places. But now you're redirecting it, and you are putting it into yourself, and that's basically what Spirit wanted to see. And you are definitely, you know, proving yourself, not only to yourself, but, you know, to Spirit as well. And this is what they wanted here. And that's, you know, that's awesome. Like, good for you. Because, like, who wants to even deal with this past energy? Like, ugh. I'm honestly glad that you walked away, you know, because it just wasn't worth it. Like, clearly. And, like, don't, like, I'm pretty sure if you haven't felt this yet, you're going to feel this in the future. You're going to be like, damn, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Because, like, actually focusing on me and just doing me and just, you know, practicing self-love, like, wow, had I known how great this was going to make me feel, I would have done this a long time ago, and I should have. And if you didn't get to that point yet, you absolutely will. Because that's basically what we all go through when we just, you know, decide to really just choose ourselves first. Okay, so we have here recovery. Yeah, so you are definitely doing some healing. You're definitely taking time to just to work on yourself, because there's still, you know, some things that need to be resolved here. Take action. Yeah, absolutely. You are taking action. You are doing the proper things, the right things necessary to just better yourself. You know, yourself, your circumstances, your mental and emotional state here. You have to recover, because, you know, whatever this person put you through in the past, they were very draining. Okay, they didn't have the best energy, and they were actually depleting you of your energy, and you were actually, like, subconsciously lowering your vibration to match theirs, and that did a number on you. And I can understand why you just walked away from this. You withdrew yourself. Forgiveness. So Spirit is basically saying, take this time to recover. Do everything necessary, you know, whether that's a bubble bath or reading a book that you love or just anything that's just going to make you feel better. Do that. But also we have forgiveness here. So, you know, if you have moments where you're really mad at this person, or even if you're mad at yourself for just putting so much of that time and that energy into them, into the connection, and you didn't really get much out of it, forgive that person, but also forgive yourself, because, you know, that person that you were dealing with, they're still hurting and there's still a lot of healing that needs to be done. And, you know, they say hurt people, and that's really the case. You know, so forgive this person, because at the end of the day, they weren't hurting you on purpose. It's just because they're still hurting and they really need to recover and take, you know, that action to do so. But, you know, it's not about that person, it's about you. And thankfully, you are doing the work necessary to recover. And part of this recovery is not only to forgive this past lover, but to also forgive yourself. And don't shame yourself for putting that, you know, putting all that love into that person. That's just who you are at the end of the day, and that's not going to change, and you shouldn't change you know, who you are at the end of the day because of past experiences that have, you know, just kind of like they didn't go anywhere, they fizzled out. So so yeah, just practice on, you know, forgiving this person and forgiving yourself, and you will definitely reach that point where you will feel peace with everything, and you'll come to acceptance with everything. And that's really just, you know, part of the healing process. That's part of just recovering, when we let ourselves off the hook and the people that have hurt us off the hook, and, you know, we see it, you know, for what it is, and we understand that we had to get so many valuable lessons out of it. So okay guys, so that's what Spirit has for you, and this is what they needed for you to know. So these are your messages for this week. I will be back next week. So until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your week. Okay, bye guys.